Mr. Ion. How much was the defendant charging you for the training sessions?
It's kind of a sliding scale. Initially, it was $60, and then as he started getting busier, it was $85.
But you paid $2,600 in advance. How many sessions were you promised?
I can't recall exactly. I want to say at that point, we had negotiated a $60 rate, so whatever that math works out to.
And you said that the defendant was asking you to prepay sessions between March and June. Were you training during that time?
Yeah.
If so, how many sessions?
At least twice a week, sometimes 3 times a week.
When did the defendant start canceling sessions?
Probably late August.
And then you claim to have found out the circumstances surrounding his former employment?
Correct.
And what was that?
He started having problems with the actual gym, which him and the owner always butted heads about little things. Later on, there were several circumstances where I heard and admitted from him that he was microdosing on mushrooms to help him cope with his stress and things like that. I never thought about it because we had a good relationship for a number of years, and I thought he's a good stand-up person. Maybe I was just naive. I didn't think twice about it. Later on, I found out that he was removed from the gym where he trained me because of some
alleged drug use. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me go to you, Mr. Mauerman. You say that you confided in the plaintiff about money problems in August, but according to the plaintiff, you made several requests to have him pay you for training sessions in advance beginning in March. Is that true?
Not true.
Tell me.
Jose, whenever he would pay for his training sessions from the very beginning, I'm talking a couple of years ago, he would pay in advance so he got a cheaper rate per session. He would pay for a ton of sessions so he could get it knocked down to 60, 65 bucks. Because normally I charge around 80 to 100 bucks an hour.
Got it.
So with the pandemic, my personal training business got knocked down a few different times when we had closures, when we had shutdowns. So yeah, I did ask for things in advance, and it helped me continue running my business and staying afloat during the pandemic.
And when you were canceling sessions, were you making them up?
I didn't get a chance to make them up because those sessions that he's referring to were 2 or 3 weeks post massive life change, big breakup. You know, I'd parted ways with my gym. Like you said, we never really got along, my owner. And that's a lot to do with me. I like to kind of run my own show, and as a personal trainer, it's kind of tough because you have to think you're the best in order to make a name for yourself, make a living. So,
well, tell me this. When did you find out that the plaintiff was talking negatively about you and your business?
This was after I had signed the second promissory note for the $6,000.
How many comments were made and where?
Well, through social media,
okay,
through Instagram. And if you look at my evidence,
yes,
on pages 3 and 4.
So I see that there's one individual that the plaintiff reached out to via a private message.
Yeah.
Is that the only thing that you know of?
That I know of, but you know, upon hearing all this, which he pretty much threw the kitchen sink at it to get this client not to train with me for some reason.
What's not true about that message?
Like you said, there's nothing confirmed about, you know, the drug allegations. You know, I've been called a con artist here. I've been called.
Okay, so let me just read this and you tell me. So it says, hey, be careful with Jake. He was my trainer and I'm suing him now for unpaid training. A loan he isn't paying back. Same with others. Just don't pay him a bunch up front. He borrowed money from his clients to start his new gym, which I believe is in his apartment. He was fired from the gym where he trained me for years because he was taking mushrooms, among other things. He's just kind of a con artist. He was a great trainer for years, but he's just been super erratic for months now. I paid him over $2,000 in prepaid training, and then he said there was fraud on his account, so he needed $4K for 24 hours. It's been months now. He's also not paying rent or child support. Just be careful. I'm guessing you only recently met him through IG. What made you go and seek out people privately on social media? I don't know if this is Facebook, IG.
There wasn't multiple people. The person in question there is just somebody that I've known.
You know this person?
Yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't a random person.
Okay.
And I noticed that she was posting stories working out with him. And so I was just like, hey, just be careful. I didn't say like, he is this or do this or not work out with him. I just said, just be careful and don't prepay and get put in the same situation that I got put into.
All right. Judge Juarez?
One of the claims you make in this Instagram private message is that you're suing him, but you say same with others. What information do you have to suggest that Mr. Mauerman has had problems with other individuals?
This is just hearsay. I mean, it's just...
Well, tell me the hearsay. I'm not going to assume it's true, but I need to know what you thought you knew when you were making these statements.
Oh, that there's other people in the same situation as...
Give me details.
Like I said, I've heard that other people in the same position, client-wise, borrowed money or paid up front and that he owed a lot of money.
Who did you hear that from?
I heard it from him.
Did you tell him that, Mr. Mauerman?
I don't recall telling him that.
Okay, I don't recall is kind of one of those
That's
answers
a wishy-washy one, yeah.
that we need to drill down on.
Okay.